Hello, in this example what we're going to do is we're going to use the MicroBit to create a dice program, and again we're going to use a variable. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on my input at the top, and then we're going to go to onShake. So I'm just going to set the onShake command here. I'm just going to get rid of these forever and start over here. Okay, so we've got onShake, and then we're going to put some code inside here. Now we're going to start off, I'm going to make a variable, and click on variable, click on make variable, and then call it dice, and then click OK. Now you'll see we've got other options here. Now it's got set dice to 0 or change dice by 1. So we're going to click and drag and drop this set dice, click, drag and drop, and we're going to put it inside this little shake command here. Now at the moment, all this program will do, if we were to run it, would basically set the variable dice to 0. So what we need to do is generate a number, and quite handily, within the math library we have an option to create a random number. So you can see here I've got pick random 0 to 10, and I've just changed this now in the new version of MicroBit. So if I click, drag and drop this in, what we can do is we can say pick a random number, and I'm going to change the first part of this to 1, and then the last condition is going to be 6. So all this program will do at the moment is when we shake the MicroBit, it'll set the variable dice to a random number between 1 and 6. Now obviously if we run this program, it's not actually going to do anything because we haven't actually told it to output. So what we need to do is go to basic, click on show number, drag and drop that in, and then instead of it showing a number there, I'm going to click on variable, and then we're going to put the dice in like so, and this will essentially now allow us to run a piece of code. Now if I click on my MicroBit and click on shake, you can see now it's come up with 3. If I click it again and keep on clicking, you can see now it's generating different numbers each time, although it generated 3 and 5 quite a lot there, but it is genuinely generating a random number. Now we don't necessarily have to use this variable. If all you wanted to do was create a really quick dice program just to show a number, what we could do is this. We could say show number. So what I'll do, I'll add in another input for now just to demonstrate this. So on button A pressed, we're going to show number, and then we're going to go to math, pick random, so we're going to go 1 to 6. Now just to show you the difference between the code, if I click on that, it is generating a random number for me every time I'm pressing button A. The downside we've got with this code, the button A code, is that once this number's been generated, it kind of just disappears. Whereas with this code, it's always going to be stored in this variable called dice, so we can use it then later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to add to this shake program. If I just get rid of that, we're going to add to this shake program now. So I'm going to get rid of this show number, and what we're going to do is you're going to use a bit of logic. Now we've used these in previous videos, so if I click on logic, we're going to have an if then else. So if I click, drag and drop, now at the moment it says if true then, so we need to change this. So what we need to do is we need to get another bit of logic in, and we need a comparison. So click, drag and drop, and then we're going to replace that here. So if something here equals something here, then. So what we're going to do is we're going to put if the dice, the variable dice is equal to, we could put then a number 1, then it's going to show a symbol. So let's have a look at and see how that looks. So if I drag my variable in here now, so if the dice equals 1, then what we can do is we go to basic, show LEDs, and then I can say 1. Now you can see there's a bit of a problem. We've got else and then it stops, but what we can do is we can click on this little plus here, and then it'll add more conditions in for us. So I'm going to go ahead now and add a few more in, and if you add too many, just click on the minus there and it'll get rid of them. So what we've got now is if we need another condition block, so if I go to my logic, drag my condition, put it in, and then we're going to drag variables, put it back in. So if that equals, now we'll do 2. We're going to then grab the basic, show LEDs, and put it in. Now if you wanted to speed this process up a little bit, you can right click on it and duplicate this part, which will then allow you to just drag that in, and then you can change one part of it like I'm doing here. So I'm duplicating it, putting it in very quickly, and then that will speed the process up a little bit. Oop. Unless you do it wrong like that. So as I right click on these, putting it in, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do the last one then of 5, because the other condition is going to be else. Well, if it's not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, then it's going to be 6. So what I'm going to do is just drag these in here now and just fill out the rest. So that's 3. I'm going to do the 4th one. Fifth one, and then we'll do the last one, then the 6th. So this program now at the moment has got a variable and it's got a number of conditions as we go down. So if I randomly shake the MicroBit, you can see now that's obviously generated the number 6. If I shake it again, that was number 2. That's number 3, that's number 2 again, number 6, 5. So this is how you create a random number generator with it. Now there is a little bit of an issue with this, in that it doesn't then reset itself after, right? It always wants to then sort of shake again, and it'll always display this until we shake. So what we can do is right at the bottom here of this program, if I go to basic, and then what we're going to do is go to more, we can then put a clear screen in. Now we may have to add a pause in, we'll see now. If I click on shake, yeah, so you can see now it's basically coming up and then it's flashing and going. So what we need to do is we need to add a pause in. So I'm going to add a pause in between these, and we'll say the pause is 1 second, and then we'll try the shake command again. Great. So every time I shake this now, it comes up for 1 second and then it disappears. So that's how we create a basic dice program. And again, I'll put the link to the program right at the end of the YouTube video underneath in the comments. If you've got any questions or problems, please leave them below.